So Governor Gavin Newsom was confronted by a mother and another victim of these devastating wildfires that have clearly scarred and destroyed a good portion of LA County. Many residents are homeless. This is something that we have never really seen before of such magnitude, especially hitting a major metropolitan city like LA. But it is abundantly clear that there's a failure of leadership. And Gavin Newsom was caught in a lie. Now, again, he could have been talking to President Joe Biden, but then wait a minute. He's having a conversation with Biden. But last I checked, didn't the Democrats and everybody else in corporate media said that Biden has good days and bad days? Because the one thing I want to believe in here is at least, please, if you're going to be telling a story, be consistent about it. Because for 4 years, everyone was saying that Biden was sharp. And now, out of the blue, as the curtain is closing, it's becoming clear that Biden wasn't all there. Good days, bad days. So did you catch Biden on a good day? Because this woman here, you could feel her rage. You could feel her anger. Above is Gavin Newsom, governor of the, state of California. Who knows how long he's going to have that job. Dismissing and pretending he's on an important phone call. This is douchebag, jagoff behavior 101. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to Biden. And this woman is demanding, okay, I want to hear it. I want to hear that you're talking to Biden. He can't get a signal to reach out to Biden? Seriously? Folks, listen, try not to rage out and punch your screen. But this is a failure of leadership of the highest order. And this is jagoff, douchebag behavior. As far as I'm concerned, Gavin Newsom and the mayor of LA both need to resign. They're a failure of politicians, and they hurt people. But hear the rage in this woman's voice.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing
everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that. I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people are safe.
I'd like to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing
citizens? Now, this woman is clearly angry. I mean, come on. But did you hear how he was just describing like, oh, yes. And I didn't want to pause because we'd be here forever. But my goodness, she is demanding, I want to hear the president. I don't believe you. And that's going to be a common thing that every single American, no matter what generation you're a part of or how you vote, you're going to have to start treating your politicians like that. Call them out for being the liars that they are. All lies must be exposed. These liars must be exposed. They have to be confronted. You have to get angry because people are saying, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You know, when a government loses the trust of its people, it loses its legitimacy to rule. But oh, wait, it already did because it's bought by the corporate donors, Wall Street, big banks, the hedge fund managers. Did you not hear the pain in that woman's voice? So many kids, so many school districts are going to be overwhelmed. So many people. Who knows if they have shelter? Who knows if they're going to get any kind of relief? State Farm gave the middle finger to a lot of homeowners there. What's going to happen to State Farm? Boy, oh boy, PR isn't looking too good. Hey, insurance companies, I know you buy off our politicians, but you do realize that when you screw over people who are just trying to get by, just trying to live, you realize you're adding more pain and suffering to them, right? Because sooner or later, there's going to be a big old pushback. If you don't think anything can happen in this country, just because what? It's America? Yeah, I know. Hey, guess what? when the King of France and his fantastic friends were just dancing around, partying around, they didn't think the French Revolution would happen. And then boom, Marie Antoinette, instead of eating cake, she ate some blade. What about the Russian Revolution? The Tsar and his fantastic family and the higher elites thought everything was okay. And then came in the Bolsheviks. Just saying, history has a rhythm and rhyme of repeating. And when people are stepped on, kicked on, spit on, and disrespected by our ruling class, eventually the other shoe has to drop. It's human history 101. Case in point, here's the mayor, utterly quiet.
An apology for being absent while their homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
And they don't care. They remain quiet. See, a lot's going to be said about the Democrat Party, the mayors to the governors, even to the president. And look, folks, while Gavin Newsom is busy on the line trying to get Biden on the phone, and again, let's have democracy in the chat. Let's have some inclusion. Do you really think Gavin Newsom was trying to call Biden 5 times to get him on the line? Type 1 for yes, Kit. This is very serious. No joke. Don't be mean. A type 2. Dude, it was a lie, okay? We've seen this action before. Yeah, I'm on an important phone call. Don't worry. I got him on the line. No, it was a lie. I wonder how many 2s will be in the chat. Because, hey, while Gavin Newsom and the mayor of LA are just playing around, being dismissive to very concerned and frightened people who have every right to be concerned because their future is uncertain, hey, Joe Biden, in 10 seconds, had time to make a pun. Oh, you don't believe me? Listen very carefully.
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away. No pun intended.
All right.
In case you missed that, we will wind it again. 10 seconds of absolute stupidity. Joe Biden said, Madam Vice President, I know this affects you personally because she's from California, right? From that area, U.S. Senator and all, then became VP. How that happened. And he tells her to fire away. There's a pause, and he says, no pun intended. Horrible choice of words. The closing days of the Biden-Harris administration. A clown show. YouTube rewind time.
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away. No pun intended.
All right. As the president throws it to the.
And I just like how CNN's like, oh, all right, we got to break this up. I will never let you forget, CNN, how you had pundits and experts say that Biden was on point. You think I'm ever gonna let that go, CNN, MSNBC, Vote Blue, no matter whose sphere, and all your influencers? Way to make a joke. I mean, come on. Was he waiting for a drum roll? Bump. But let's also address, because Kamala was addressing something, and that was the insurance companies. Didn't Gavin Newsom or the mayor of LA are going to say anything either? No.
Sadly, many insurance companies have canceled insurance for a lot of the families who have been affected and will be affected, which is only going to delay or place an added burden on their ability to recover. And I think that is an important point that must be raised. And hopefully there can be some way to address that issue, because these families, so many of them, otherwise will not have the resources to recover in any meaningful way. And many of them have lost everything.
Yes, they have. And again, there's even more concern and pain and suffering happening because there is no accountability. And as the fires are still reigning unchecked, there's security that needs to be addressed as well.
As I was getting my whole family out, all you have in your mind is just you're in survival mode at that point. I saw men coming into our neighborhoods. Police confirmed it. She had this to say. Take a listen.
It was wild. We just started seeing all these cars pull up, doors open, and groups of men running up our street, going up to the doors of these houses. And we weren't sure what was going on. I'm thinking, are these people here to help my neighbors? I hope so. And I left. And then my husband talked to the police and said, what are those guys doing? These guys don't live here. Get them out. My next door neighbor said, his quote, there were like 100 people that came up on scooters and were trying to get into any and all houses on the street.
And did you physically see police officers stopping them?
I didn't, but it's not to say that they weren't. It was so incredibly chaotic, and I was so worried about my big family and getting them out of our old tinderbox of a house that I was just focused on them first.
No leadership. The governor caught in a lie. The mayor absolutely silent and absent. Joe Biden and Kamala not doing anything except giving platitudes. I mean, the real concern is, okay, these people, all the people in LA County are exposed. They're exposed to the fire, uncertainty of whether they got a place to live, schools, jobs. We are witnessing a city dying. Now, we have seen disasters before impact this country, but my goodness, LA, being the city that it is, was Hollywood, the bright lights, the propaganda all around it. We are seeing a city that not only got a gut check, but my goodness, I mean, how deep was that gut check? Are they going to get up? Are we witnessing some further problems? And the thing is, we are. This isn't the canary in the coal mine. This is the 100th canary in the coal mine of a dying empire when a city has been devastated this bad. And by the way, folks, just to remind all of you, there are around thousands upon thousands of people still impacted by those devastating hurricanes that hit us earlier last year in the fall and winter. People of North Carolina and South Carolina and Georgia and Florida still recovering. Still no relief. Hell, we could even look back at the people of Lahaina. No relief. The people of Flint, Michigan. When are they ever going to get safe, clean drinking water that doesn't have lead in it? I don't know. Probably never. This is an example of how our politicians lie to us. Gavin Newsom putting on that fake smile, that fake calming voice. You could hear the pain in the woman's voice about her community, about her household, about her neighbors. She doesn't believe the politicians. So, folks, we're on our own. Like I've always said, we are on our own, but we are not alone with each other. Community aid, mutual aid, and building a real coalition. That's what we're going to have to do. We are on our own, but we are not alone. We have to stand with each other. These politicians, they're going to say things, and you know what? We just can't afford to believe them anymore. We've been lied to over and over again. We are the children of alcoholics. We are the children of idiots, and these politicians have did this to us. They have done this to us. They have treated us like we are just abused domestic partners, and we can't take that anymore. We got to stand up on our own 2 feet. And we have to do something different. This choice has to be done with all of us working together to get that better future. Gavin Newsom lying about being on the phone with the president. If he was on the phone, fine. Work harder. Work harder. Go ahead. You know what? You know what you should have done, Governor? Hey, give me your phone number or area of residence, and I'm going to tell you what Biden said to me. That's if I'm being generous here, because who knows if Biden can even put together a sentence. He's got time to make a pun, but I ain't laughing.